Welcome to the French cooking hour. We will be making a lovely hi, this is Jundo. Welcome to Treeleaf. And no, this is not a cooking class. When I put up there that this is about Zen cooking, I don't mean I'm going to teach you like my favorite vegetarian recipes. Nothing like that. This is about cooking your life, man. This is about one of my favorite Dogen works, one of my favorite Buddhist writings of all time, the Tenzo Kyokun, Instructions for the Cook. And you're not going to find anything in there about how to boil an egg. This is about practice brought into all the things we do during the day. The great thing about this section is it's about Zazen in our daily work. And when I talk about our daily work, it's cooking, cooking for the kids, cooking for your family. But it's not just cooking. What they apply here can be to all the things we do: working in the garden, working on the car, working in the office, doing a report, working in the factory, on the assembly line. You name it, what we're about to read applies. And that's why it's perfect for our 100-day Ango. Because this is an Ango where our practice is out in the world. And it doesn't stop. It's not just when we're sitting on the Zafu. It is when we are with our family. It is when we are in the office. And this is going to tell us how to do it. Because it's about Samu, work practice. Work, practice, practice, work. And when Dogen gets wild here, he says that when you're doing that report in the office, it's the Buddha doing the report, man. When you're scrambling eggs with the great ancestors. Well, you'll see what I mean. Now, let's just get into it here. This is a translation for the Soto Zen text project. I gotta put my glasses on because I'm getting a little old here. And the point is that these instructions were for one of the temple officers and what the big guys who run the monastery. And the most important position you would think would be the head of the monastery, but Dogen often says it's the cook who keeps all the monks nourished so that they may live. So it's not for just anyone. Only the most advanced, the most senior of practitioners who truly had a mind for the way, they were the ones who were appointed to cook. Because you don't just cook, you cook. So it starts. Buddhist monasteries have in principle 6 stewards, 6 guys who run the show. All are disciples of the Buddha and all carry out the work of Buddha. The work you do is the Buddha's work. It's the Buddha working. Among them is the officer known as the cook, who is in charge of preparing meals for the assembly of monks. The rules of purity for Chan monasteries. You know, the Dharma teacher teaching has to have his fly whisk. Well, I have my flower whisk. The rules of purity for Chan monasteries, that's the rules back in China in the old days, say, in order to offer nourishment to the monks of the community, there is a cook. From ancient times, the position has been assigned to the most eminent monks who have the way-seeking mind. Eminent persons who have aroused the thought of awakening. Now, the important point to remember for Dogen here is always that the way-seeking mind is always underfoot. It is in the very pot you are stirring right now. It's not the recipe when it's done. It's not the cake when it's baked. Not the enlightenment cake when it's done and the bell rings somewhere down the road. It's right now is the way. Right now as you break the eggs and stir the flour and make the cake. This is the thought of awakening, you see, right here, not down the road. So always, enlightenment is in the practice. Enlightenment is in the cooking. Enlightenment is what you are doing right now. If you do it, if, there's a big catch, if you do it with the right attitude. So, in general, the job of cook is an all-consuming pursuit of the way. In other words, when we cook with our heart, man. We cook with body and mind. If one lacks the way-seeking mind, it will be nothing but a vain struggle and hardship without benefit in the end. If you do it with the wrong attitude, it's just work. But if you do it with the right attitude, it's liberating. It's liberation. The rules of purity for Chan monasteries say, one should maintain a way-seeking mind, make adjustments in accord with the occasion, and see to it that the great assembly receives what is necessary and is at ease. You're taking care of a lot of people. We're all connected. You know, the work you do in your office, you might think, is just connected to your office, but it's the whole economy, supporting not just your family, your town, your nation, all the people. We're all connected here. So just like the cook in the monastery is taking care of the monks, but actually whatever work you are doing right now, even if it seems to you not so important, we're all dependent on you. In days of yore, monks such as Guixin and Dongshan performed this job. They were big guys. In other words, the great masters were always proud to spend the time as the tenzo, as the cook in the monastery. And various other great ancestral teachers did too, at some point in their careers. Thus, it is surely not the same as the work of worldly cooks, imperial cooks, fry cooks and hamburger cooks and the like. In other words, it's a lot different than just cooking. This is the practice of the Buddha's way. Shall we sit with that?